What'd you think when he went on the mic and said that he thought he won?
I know. I don't have an idea where he got that thought.
Push. Do your job.
Give us an insight into the sparring. Has he had good spars? Dropping people? What can you say?
No, he's not dropping. He's not a mean spar. He won't do that. But you see spots where he moves on angles. You know he's waiting to unload. And then he laughs because he knows he can unload and destroy him in about 10 seconds.
Fight with legend, not legend. He's very fast. He's still Manny Pacquiao, just like 10 years ago.
Following reports that he was knocked out during a sparring session, Manny Pacquiao was quick to shut down the rumors. He clarified that he was merely caught with a single clean shot and couldn't understand why anyone would claim victory from it. Pacquiao emphasized that it was far from a real knockout and shrugged off the incident as nothing serious. His response suggested the reports were blown out of proportion, reaffirming that he remains focused, composed, and confident as he continues his training camp.
He said, I beat that boy. Beat that boy.
Beat that boy. I hit once. I hit him once.
Yeah. And he thought he won the fight. Moving on, Manny.
Shawn Porter voiced strong confidence in Manny Pacquiao's abilities, highlighting that the boxing legend is still being underestimated. Despite his age, Porter believes Pacquiao has consistently silenced critics throughout his career and is far from done. With lightning-fast combinations, relentless pressure, and a high-level ring IQ, Pacquiao possesses a skill set that remains elite. Porter believes these tools make him fully capable of delivering a statement performance against a younger opponent like Mario Barrios, potentially shocking the boxing world once again.
Not been in the ring for 4 years. He had an exhibition. I hear he didn't train for it, so maybe let's just put that down to that. But is there a concern for you that maybe, I know you get a rest, a long period of time out of the ring, a rest can be as good as anything, but you know yourself, look, it's a hard sport.
Yeah. I don't have a lot of concern. I could be wrong, but I do. I think that Manny is more than capable of handling himself in the ring. With just about anybody, there are a few guys out there I'm like, no, don't even try.
Like who?
I'm not going to do that. But I do think against Mario Barrios, I think he'll be all right. And I think he'll be more than all right. He'll be able to win.
Keith Thurman, having faced both Manny Pacquiao and Mario Barrios, offered a nuanced perspective on their upcoming clash. He acknowledged Pacquiao's trademark speed as a major asset but emphasized that the true deciding factors will be endurance and footwork. Thurman pointed out that at Pacquiao's age, sustaining energy in the later rounds could become a challenge. He believes the fight will hinge on Pacquiao's ability to absorb punishment, stay mobile, and remain composed under pressure, factors that will ultimately determine whether he maintains control or begins to fade as the bout progresses.
The only thing that I'm worried about is that, he's not notorious for that defense. He's susceptible to being hit, and, we all are talking about Pacquiao's speed. We're talking about his lane. We're talking about his positioning. But the one thing that doesn't go away from men to the past 55 is power. So, I think there's an opportunity for Pacquiao. I rocked him on several occasions throughout the fight. My footwork was very challenging. So if Pacquiao still brings in that crafty, challenging footwork and some angles, I can see it challenging Mario Barrios. Now, I don't know what kind of strategy him and his team are developing, but if they want to stay on this time, they want to stay at the top. When you're fighting a legend like Manny Pacquiao, you need to bring tactics into play, strategy into play, And of course, it's not guaranteed, right? You bring in plan A, maybe plan A doesn't work, So you got to have plan B, and then plan C is, okay, just fight him. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's nice to be a little tactical and see if you can implement your tactics throughout the fight. Because if so, round 1, round 2, round 3, round 4, oh wait, the fight's going the way I want it to go. And that's the purpose of tactics. It's your opposition, it's their job to not let it go the way that you want it to go. They have to prove it in the moment. Not just in the moment, he has to prove it in this stage of his career, 46 years old.
Mario Barrios is approaching this fight with unwavering discipline, leaving nothing to chance in his preparation. Reports reveal that he's embraced a strict, highly structured lifestyle, supported by a dedicated team of dietitians and strength coaches. His training is geared toward building the stamina and resilience needed to go the full distance. This focused, professional mindset underscores just how seriously Barrios is taking the challenge, fully aware that only peak physical and mental condition will give him a fighting chance against a battle-tested veteran like Manny Pacquiao.
I've been on top of it for a while. I've been doing this now been professional now for 12 years. So yeah, kind of just learning fight by fight. In between camps, I'm staying a lot more disciplined. This camp, of course, we got rumors of it way back. So I had this fight in mind. I didn't know when it was gonna play out. So I just been on top of everything that I should have been, from months back. And yeah, and the training has been great also. So kind of this is one of those camps where everything has fallen into place. But yeah, I definitely feel, I'm, like I said, I'm in my prime. So like I'm at the age where I'm looking, to have the most success in my career right now.
Boxing analysts consistently highlight that Manny Pacquiao still brings a complete arsenal to the ring. Even at 46, his punching power is formidable, his footwork remains sharp, and his decades of experience in high-stakes championship bouts give him a clear edge in pressure-filled moments. While Mario Barrios is undeniably skilled, many believe he may struggle to match Pacquiao's exceptional ring IQ and instinct. The Filipino icon's ability to read opponents and adapt on the fly could very well be the defining factor in this matchup.
Better than Mario Barrios in every facet of the game, from power, from speed, combination, footwork, even at this age. So I got him above man. Now it's all about if it's going to work at that date of the fight. Technically wise, Manny Pacquiao was way better than Mario Barrios. Way too many levels above. Remember what Mike Tyson did for Jake Paul? And I know there was a lot of people that was mad, how Mike Tyson at the age of be fighting, that like Jake Paul. But let me say it like this. Leading up to the fight, the reason why it did 73,000 people, Dallas, Texas, not just because of Jake Paul, because Mike Tyson, the way that he was training, the way that he was looking all caught up, made you believe, because what Mike Tyson and two fighters in the history of the sport of boxing left the impression that they ignited the emotions of the boxing fan.
Mario Barrios is fully aware of the magnitude of the challenge that lies ahead. He holds deep respect for Manny Pacquiao, not only for his legendary legacy, but also for the unorthodox, high-pressure style that has confounded elite fighters for decades. In response, Barrios has thrown himself into a grueling and highly focused training regimen. His sparring and conditioning are being meticulously tailored to match Pacquiao's speed, footwork, and relentless pace. It's clear that Barrios is taking nothing for granted and is preparing for an all-out war in the ring.
Don't unturn to this fight. And, like I said, again, super motivated. When guys are motivated, it's a lot easier to work with them in the gym. I'm sure as Algieri knows, Paulie knows, and you know yourself, this is common sense, that kind of motivation.
Bob, how do you not slip into the pitfall of, sort of not getting sort of enamored with the hype and the sort of promotion of the fight and sort of overlooked Manny? Manny's a little bit older. He hasn't looked good recently, but it's still, still like you said, it's still an icon. You want to prepare for the best Pacquiao, but in your mind, how how does Mario stay focused on okay, I got to prepare for the Pacquiao of old. Just to, I don't know, I can't rely on an old Pacquiao to show up. Obviously, no one should think like that. But how do you let that not fluster you in camp and the day-to-day operations? Obviously, you said he's motivated, but mentally, how is he?
Well, like I told him, I was one that turned to see Manny Pacquiao, and I was there ringside that night, and lo and behold, he was on the deck in the first round. 12 round finishes, and Manny Pacquiao raising his neck. He was 41 at that time. So I told him that's the Pacquiao that we have to prepare for. That's what you have to envision in your mind. And he's super motivated to his camp. And like I said, he knows it's an opportunity of a lifetime. He's a guy like Manny Pacquiao. You get that on your resume, regardless of what age he is, and it takes you to another level. Just as a general fan. And so I think it's super important that he stay focused.
Despite his legendary resume, Manny Pacquiao continues to face skepticism from critics. Many point to Mario Barrios, a champion in a heavier division, as a legitimate and dangerous threat. Questions persist about whether a 46-year-old can once again defy the odds and capture another world title. While fans admire Pacquiao's bravery, some wonder if this challenge may finally be a bridge too far, even for someone of his caliber. Comparisons have been drawn to late career champions like Bernard Hopkins and George Foreman, but observers argue Pacquiao isn't simply trying to echo history, he's determined to rewrite it on his own terms. His speed remains extraordinary, even at this stage, but it's his unwavering self-belief that truly sets him apart. According to those closest to him, Pacquiao's return isn't about nostalgia. It's about proving, once again, that greatness knows no age and that he's here to win, not just to reminisce.
What is that? I asked him where's the horse. What is I live in TikTok.
Nice.
Oh, hey.
Manny, Foreman and Hopkins, when they won fights at this age, they didn't really have their speed anymore. Why are you going to be the exception to the rule? Still have great speed at 46.
Oh, Manny Pacquiao is different compared to others. Like, I'm so thankful to God because of the strength in condition, body condition, and health, good health that He gives to me. I always give honor to God because without the Lord my God, I'm not here. I'm no longer here to continue my fight. But, I ask from the Lord, He give me another chance, and this is the chance. So I'm excited for Saturday. For the fans, give a good fight.
Some voices in the boxing world, while respectful of Manny Pacquiao's legendary status, believe he may be taking a dangerous gamble. They point to Mario Barrios' youth, size, and punching power as serious threats that could bring a harsh end to Pacquiao's storied career. While they honor all that is accomplished, they argue that true greatness also lies in knowing when to walk away. For these observers, this upcoming fight isn't just another bout. It may be the ultimate test of Pacquiao's limits, both physically and emotionally.
WBC champion of the world, Mario Barrios, not only will he win this fight, but he will knock out Manny Pacquiao and send him to retirement. All respect to the legend, Manny will forever be remembered as one of the greats, one of the true greats. And some might even make the case that he is the greatest of his time, and especially for his weight classes. The way that he was able to jump 8 divisions in the smaller weight classes, you can definitely make the case that Manny is the greatest, or one of the greatest to ever do it in his weight categories, the 8 divisions that he was able to conquer. But if you actually precisely watch how Mario Barrios uses his lead hand and even uses his backhand, you will see that he has the perfect punch arsenal to stop Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao, who will be looking to blitz Mario Barrios, do that legendary step in, that blitz, that lightning speed blitz with the 7 to 8 punch combos. But let me tell you this, not only will Mario be prepared for that, but Mario has the perfect antidote for Manny's blitz, which is number 1, his lead, powerful, sharp, long jab.
Coach Justin has been outspoken about Manny Pacquiao's condition in training camp, praising the boxing legend's sharp mental focus and impressive physical form. However, he also emphasized the need for careful management. With Pacquiao's relentless work ethic, there's always a risk of overtraining. Coach Justin stressed that the team's top priority is maintaining the right balance, ensuring Pacquiao stays fresh, focused, and injury-free as fight night approaches. The goal is to preserve his peak condition without pushing him past the edge.